Kayla here with another Jana and Kayla series video. This time I am doing the mood board, and I showed the mood board at the start, so if you want to go back and pause you can actually see the mood board that we were working off for this challenge. And there was a lot of pinks and sort of teals and yellows and things in the mood board, but I was actually really inspired by the picture of the balloons, which I think is from a Dear Lizzie inspired collection I saw on Pinterest. And I actually had a picture of me and Lizzie that I wanted to scrapbook, so I thought it would be the perfect time to do that. So I've pulled out a paper which I think is from Fine and Dandy, and it was a black and white spot, and then I've used that as the frame for the layout, and now I'm sewing around the edge. I did muck up because I didn't realise I had it on zigzag stitch. Yeah, anyway, I had to stop the voice recording and start again because everyone decided to come into my bedroom. But anyway, I had it on zigzag stitch and then had to change, and then realised it was on zigzag stitch and I wanted a straight stitch and the tension was wrong and it was like missing stitches, but it was fine. I went with the rustic look anyway. I'm not too picky when it comes to stitching and things like that. I don't mind. It's more of a textural element for me. I did cut out the back of the paper because it was a paper that I did like both sides of, so I wanted to keep the inside of that paper because it was the only sheet I had. So yeah, I was being really stingy with that, but I think it's fine. I think it's fine to be stingy. Now I'm rolling up the edges of along the stitching line for some distress, and now I'm adding some colour shine. Oh goodness, I didn't realise that you got a nice cleavage shot there. Oops. My camera positioning is not always ideal. So anyway, I popped down that black velvet colour shine so it could dry, and then I have this picture of me and Lizzie which I've put on some Studio Calico vellum, and I'm going through the Happy Place Dear Lizzie paper pad to pick out some patterns that I might use behind the photo. You can see a lot of circles punched out from this pad, which is what I did. I used the big, I think it's 2-inch circle punch to punch out circles, which I stitched around. I left some without stitching, which I did at the beginning before I started because otherwise it would have taken me forever. And I keep having this issue when I film videos that it rains and it's like dreary and horrible. Like it's been like it for a few months now. Constant rain, we've had flooding, we just have had so many issues, and the room that I film in is at the back of the house, so it's very like low lit anyway, and so when it rains it's like really dark and the videos turn out absolutely horrible. So that's why I've been getting less filming done and it's harder to get it done. But anyway, I picked out a couple of patterns here and I mounted the one layer up on foam for a bit of dimension, and now I'm just placing that down because I wanted to start arranging my balloons. So this is going to be like a huge big bunch of balloons. The mist wasn't entirely dry, but that was fine. I didn't mind so much, and I just wanted an even layout of colours and patterns, and ones with stitching and ones without. So I just had to get them down. I could have stuck them and just gone with it, but I'm one of these people that has to lay things down first, and it's a pain when you lay them all down and then you have to stick them all down. That is painful, but it all worked out in the end, so all was fine. I wanted to add that tassel, and I think I might have kept putting it back, but then it doesn't end up on the page. I think it's funny because I always end up going with my first instinct anyway, so yeah, that does not end up on the page. But I have a little dish that I always pull out to start off with, and it's generally things that I think I might include, and not all of them usually end up there. I'm using this crochet cotton to create some strings for the balloons to create that effect like that was on the mood board with the balloons coming down. I actually really love the circular feature. I really want to work more with like shapes. I'm thinking even just other shapes, not just circles as such, but I just really like doing this, and I'm really inspired by Elsie at the moment. I think she's Hey Elsie on YouTube. She does a lot of paper piecing and hand stitching on layouts, and she's amazing. Really inspired by her at the moment, and another German scrapbooker, and she's really young. When I say she's really young, she's only actually a couple of years younger than me, but she is amazing. And I hate saying names on YouTube because I feel like I might butcher them, but it's Laureen. I think that might be how you say it. I think we say names differerently in Australia, so I'm not sure. But yeah, I think she's on YouTube under Madame Rose Arnott or something. But yeah, she's amazing as well. So I've got a couple of really inspirational scrapbookers that I've been casing their work lately. Now I'm adding some Dear Lizzie brads, and I'm applying some 3D foam to some of the balloons so there's different heights, because I feel like that would just be something you wouldn't get all the balloons on one height. It's got to look like there's some in front and some behind. So, and I've also used acetate, some with stitching, some without. So I really, and also some with like words and quotes as opposed to not just like plain patterns. So it was a real mix of things on there. And now I'm adding this huge brad from the brad pack, which I've used. I literally only have 2 brads left, and I have done a whole brad pack. I love the satisfaction of using a whole packet of something now. And back in the day, I would have been like hoarder galore for things that I didn't want to use. But now it's just a case of it's better if they're on a scrapbook page than in a packet not being used. So that's my theory. Now I added a pineapple paperclip, which is also from the Happy Place collection. Pineapple's my favourite, in case you didn't know. And now I'm just playing around, seeing what will work there. And I realised after some playing around that there is protective plastic on those acetate pieces, and you have to really scratch it with your nail to get it off. But yes, there is protective plastic there. Now, if I had my time over again, I don't think I would add the doily. I don't know about it, but it's funny how you look back on a process video and you second guess your design decisions. So maybe not, but that's fine. I'm happy with how it turned out. And I was so excited to meet Dear Lizzie, so I'm glad to have this scrapbooked and in my, well, I'd say it's in my scrapbook, but it's really not. And then my ATG gun played up, so I had to switch to tape because I was filming and I didn't want to fix it. But yeah, these are not in my scrapbook. I've been really lazy. I have heaps of empty scrapbooks too, and they're like brand new and everything, but I'm really lazy. I need to sort them all out. Now I'm just adding a final few elements. There was watermelon in the mood board, so I thought I'd add a watermelon. There was pineapples in the mood board as well, so I have added pineapples in a couple of places. Well, I can see 3 on there. I think maybe that's all. And then these are Maggie Holmes Bloom epoxy thickers, and I wanted to add some of those gorgeous black word stickers. I got a couple of packets of these because I loved them so much. Now I'm adding some more mist because I covered up so much of it, and then I'm adding the title, which I decided I was going to make it just Lizzie, and then I decided to make it Dear Lizzie because that's her brand name, and I think that might have been her blog name before it was her brand name, but I'm just saying that off the top of my head. I don't really know. So now I love those mini thickers from Maggie Holmes Bloom collection. So I hope you have enjoyed this process video, and I'll see you next week. Thanks, bye.